Recovery can take many forms, and sometimes healing comes from the most unexpected places. Joining us today is James Eade, founder of AirU and the Eade Foundation, here to talk about empowering people through recovery. James, thank you so much for being here at Live in the Bay.
Oh, it is my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. Tell me a little bit about AirU and what that all means and how you're helping people.
Well, it's not so much about me as carrying a message. I kind of think of myself as the channel, and AirU stands for Addicts in Recovery United, because one of the things you think about when you've bent the knee to the tyranny of addiction is that you're alone. And my job right now, the way I interpret it, is to tell people they're not alone, to empower the powerless and give hope to the hopeless, because that wasn't my experience when I was suffering. And if I could help one person, then I feel like I've done something meaningful. And we want to hold our hand out, and anyone willing to take it, we can help them. Because there are tools and techniques, and there are different ones for different people. You know, what works for me may not work for you, what works for you may not work for me, but you can find what works for you and then use that. And every human being has the power and potential to recover.
Yes, and I think that's the most important message that you want to share, is that everyone has the hope and the potential to do that. You touched on a lot of different things here, so I want to bring this up. You have found this connection of chess helping in recovery. How did you find that?
Well, I was part of what they called the Fischer boom at the time. Bobby Fischer won the world championship in 1972. So in 1971, I got interested in chess, and I started following him. He was on the cover of Life magazine, and he was on the front page of the New York Times, and I got very interested in chess. I played in my first tournament in 1972, and at the time that he won the world championship. And by 1981, I was a chess master. I got the title of chess master. So this progress is self-reaffirming. You know, you get better and better and better. I thought I was the next Bobby Fischer. And it wasn't until I went to my first tournament in New York City where I realized that there were people my age who thought they were the next Bobby Fischer. And butting heads with them was a little bit humbling. And, you know, some of them are grandmasters now who are friends of mine today. So what I say is chess is, if you give the gift of chess to a child, it's one that can last a lifetime. It's an educational tool when you're young, and it's a nice pastime when you're an adult, and it's a solace in old age.
Yeah.
But what I tie it into recovery is that when you're playing chess, you know, all your troubles seem to go away. I'm sorry to be channeling Paul McCartney there, but it seems to be that you are able to take your problems don't seem to be present. What you're concentrating on is the game and the person across the board playing the game with you. The Russian word for the person you're playing against is partner. We call them an opponent, but I like the word partner because you're creating a game, perhaps one that's never been played before. And the act of creation is a joy.
Yes, absolutely. And so much joy in that. You created the Eade Foundation, which is supplying chess games, boards, pieces, supplies to different organizations and people. You know, why did you want to do that?
Well, I was in part of the U.S. Chess Trust, which is the national charity from 2000 to 2019, and I was president from 2010 to 2019. And but I had to say no to any requests that came from outside the country. It was a national charitable organization. So I got this brilliant idea that I would do it myself, and I would do it for the entire world. And I would do what the Chess Trust was doing for the nation globally. And what I found out is that demand is greater than the supply. Another humbling experience, because the requests were not just for chess sets, but also for cell phones or computers or food, you know, and heartbreaking type of requests. So, and what has happened is my pivot has now been into recovery, because I have found that I can affect the people in my sphere of influence. I can affect, but I've tried to write books, go on television shows, radio shows, whatever it is, to carry the message to as many people as I can that there is hope for you. And addiction is a scourge in our country, and it's a family disease. It affects not only the addict, but the family and all the loved ones involved. And so this is something that we can not pretend isn't happening. And we have to remove the stigma associated so that we can talk about it. And I tell people to find their path, to hold their head high and look people in the eye.
Yes.
Which is something I could not do myself.
Absolutely. One of the biggest things that AirU is doing is trying to erase the stigma, helping to erase the stigma, to allow for that hope and allow for recovery. For anyone who wants any more information, you know, where can they reach out to you to get some more information and just be an inspiration of hope to them on their recovery?
Oh, thank you for asking. The website is airu.tv, airu.tv. You can write info@airu.tv to email, and I will get back to you if I can, and there's no reason I cannot. So I hope that you do and we connect, because there are so many resources out there. Now, there are some ones that are considered more traditional, and there are others that have not been around as long and don't have the same amount of people don't have the awareness of them, but they do exist and they do help people. And I have found that if you try something and it doesn't work for you, do not give up. Persevere and look for something that will work for you.
Yes, that's one of your biggest messages out there, is that there is so many different paths, so many different roads you can take to get to recovery. So keep that hope. James, thank you so much for being with us and sharing all about what you do and just being an inspiration for so many. We appreciate you.
Namaste.
Yes. To learn more about James Eade and the path to recovery, you can visit his website. That is airu.tv. We'll also post the information on our website as well.